Alright, happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to a Friday evening of me reading and reacting. Today we're going to go back to IDW. We're doing Transformers Volume 5 Chaos Theory because I just recently sold this and I haven't read it yet. So let's get to it. It's written by the great Mike Costa, who has done plenty of Marvel and DC in the past, so this should be some good reading. The fate of Rodimus in the Matrix of Leadership is finally revealed in the newest story arc of Transformers Chaos Theory. The situation on Earth continues to deteriorate while we shift focus to outer space where Rodimus was last seen dead. But after crash landing on the strange planet, Rodimus struggles to find a way back to Earth and the Autobot forces until a new familiar face shows up to help end a new threat to Cybertron is revealed. To help end a new threat. Oh my god, I thought it was like the wrong use of the word derp. I'm not stoned at all. Alright, so let's get into this. Reading and reacting. Alright, we see Rodimus in space, hole blown through him, matrix of leadership, burning up as he enters an atmosphere. What have we here, Cotter? More sky metal down from the heavens, methinks. Well, blast me all to pieces. Cotter, does this look like the Jangle Man to you? Could be his brother. Probably fell from the same rock, long way down here. Oh wow, it's like a planet of goblins and trolls. Well, here's a pretty little thing. Help pry it loose. It's stuck in there, but good, Cotter. Aye, sent roots down it has. Yeah, he lives, Cotter. He's still moving. We gotta get him to the Jangle Man. Oh, Jangle Man, nothing. We're taking him to the Admiral. If he's like the Jangle Man, he's all wires and lights on the inside. I wonder who the Jangle Man is. We take him to the Admiral, and you'll see him get that pretty bauble out of there. I got a feeling about that thing in his chest. I feel like it's our ticket out. Alright, he's coming too. Get those conduits over there. That one. No, that one. He's awake. Hello there. From what I could tell, you've been through quite a journey. Amazing, really, to think of how far you must have come to get to me. Seems like it's been forever. We've been here on this rock, exhausting every option, and then you just literally fall from the sky. Rodimus is like, What is this place? This is an Ilxian Class 5 Tantive Naz starship, whatever that means. Crash landed here what seems like a millennium ago. Structural damage repaired but lacking a power core or a means to replace one. Trust me, I've tried. Until of course you. Now, despite our interactions with the Jangle Man, I can't say I understand much about your physiology. In fact, until your arrival, I was convinced that the Jangle Man wasn't alone in the universe. But best I can tell, you suffered some kind of serious, possibly fatal trauma, and then that foreign object there lodged itself into your body and is essentially sustaining your life. But my cursory scans reveal it has a lot more potential than that. These creatures that caught him, this main dude has like dreadlocks and octopus tentacles. I'm doing my best to find a way to tap into that power source so that we can get off this planet for good. Best I can tell, that thing, for all intents and purposes, is limitless, which is good news for you because it means you'll probably survive this. And if not, if I can't both power my ship and keep you alive, well, I'm glad we got to chit-chat first a bit. Wait, slow down here. Can't we talk about this? I thought we were talking. Wait, can you just stop for a second? What's the rush? What's the rush? Well, this planet is scoured by daily methane rains. Its indigenous life forms are massive, carnivorous, and very aggressive. Bad planet they landed on. Just to give you an idea of who the captor is, this is what the captor looks like. Kind of squid-faced. Also, due to some disturbance in the solar system, our orbit is deteriorating, causing massive seismic events, which, by my calculations, will cause this planet to break up just before it falls into the sun. Wait, there isn't time to wait. This might hurt. Yeah! Ba-boom, ba-boom. Next time, wait. Attack me on my ship. He transforms into a car and goes. I didn't expect that. Well, go after him before something kills him. Shifting into alt mode was agony. Feels like there's magma in my circuits. I've got starburst breaking across my brain, something burning in my chest. Last thing, I was on an airless rock. I was looking for something, and Megatron. I saw Megatron, and he's back, and I have to get myself together. He crashed. Oh, fuck shit. Fuck shit. There's a giant fucking monster that shits. What was that the Admiral was saying about the weather on the world? Corrosive. It's not hurting me yet, but no telling when it'll let up. I should find shelter. One good thing about this planet, lots of places to hole up and come up with a plan where those maniacs probably won't be able to find me. And that's when I remember one of the other things the Admiral told me about this planet. Giant beasts. And then the strangest thing. I could swear I hear music. Zzz. He just zacked him in the eye. Shit, were there two of those? There were two people. Oh no, it was the guy shooting at him. Wow, that was thank you. Monster come because you're dumb. What? Oh, hello there, cat. Thank you for getting in the way of my video. That's nice. That's nice. Hello. Hello. This is Simon. Simon just got his balls taken off. Now he's being a pain in my ass because he's needy. So it looks like a Cybertronian saved Rodimus. Monster come because you're dumb. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kitten, what? Son of a bitch. What in the... Wheelie? Must get back. More will attack. I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here. Foolish bot. Problem not. This feels strangely familiar. Does everyone on this planet live inside a ship? Wheelie, this is incredible. You've been MIA for almost as long as I could remember. From since just after I got recruited by the Autobots. But we met a few times, remember? I'm Rodimus, but I had a different name from when you remember me. It's Autobot? I do not remember being a member. How can you not remember that? Even after all this time, there's no way you could forget. I fix your walking, you stop talking. Okay, I guess. Are you okay, Wheelie? What's with all the strange rhyming? What are you even doing on this planet? This isn't where you were dispatched. And this definitely isn't one of our ships. It's gotta be the Jangle Man. Wheelie's the Jangle Man. Here, a while came by trial. Last planet was stole ship from... Starts twitching and gets up like he's on autopilot and heads over to that bizarre contraption he's assembled. Then he starts playing music, and it's complex and beautiful, and I could see it shooting him, even as it's soothing him, even as he's doing it. Out of all the things that I've seen leaving this earth, this might be the weirdest. Wow, it's like I'm having trouble reading again. Go back to first grade already, Dom. Ha! I knew I'd find you here with the Jangle Man. Oh no. Ah ha ha, the Admiral is a sly one, he is. Gave me an energy shield, more than a match for your blasters. You're coming with me. Bam! Remember more than I did before. Quick, time up before he comes to. Doesn't take much to get him to talk. There isn't a lot of loyalty and fear. Our ship crashed here 3 solar years ago. Entire crew were wiped out except me, Cotter, and the Admiral. I was a custodian. Cotter were my boss. Happened to be in the Admiral's lab, only place that survived the crash intact. So the Autobots are now interrogating the trolls that had them caught originally. The Admiral of a fleet, was it in a lab? He ain't a real admiral, sir. Dubbed himself that after we stranded here a stretch. After he promised to get us off the planet. I ain't got a word to say about it. But he can't get you off here. Ah, but he's tried. Rebuilt the whole ship from scraps, he has. Scraps are stolen larders from the monsters stalking around out there. Ain't all of them dumb beasts, you know. Admiral's doing all kinds of experiments in the skies. Didn't used to have burning rains all the time. Cotter says that ain't coincidence, but I ain't got a word to say about it. So this Admiral provokes the native peoples, destroys the environment, and takes a fake title. Real piece of work. Man said he could get us off the planet, sir. Save us all. Man elects himself to do that. He's capable of all kinds of arrogance and mistakes. What can you tell me about him? I knew him from a long time ago, but he's changed. Now he's pointing to Wheelie. Rodimus is pointing to Wheelie, asking the troll. Jangle Man was here when we arrived, sir. Been here forever, so as we know it, he keeps to himself, wandering around making his jangles. We stripped this ship for parts long ago, and now leave him be because he ain't got nothing that the Admiral wants no more. Cotter thinks he communes with the beasts, thinks he makes the jangles for special jangles, but yeah, you ain't gotta say a word about it. He's crazy, sir. Talking in nonsense and mess. Don't know how he got here, but it's loosened his screws for certain. Best to leave him be like we do. Yeah, I know how I got here, and it had something to do with being willing to leave others behind, so he's coming with us. Plus, we need him. What a strange bio-organic world they live in with strong creatures. Garnak's back with the Machine Man. Well, why doesn't he bring him in then? Says the Machine Man made promises that he'd go up like a supernova if he tried to take the bauble from his chest. Doesn't want to bring him in for fear of damaging the ship. I examined that creature fully. There are no volatile elements in his body capable of a meaningful explosion. You think Garnak knows that? You once mopped the floors with water from the toilet. Once we get off this rock, I'm selling you both back to the collective, and if I even get half of what the captain paid, it'll still be a steal. So this guy seems to be the second in command, taking over and giving all the grunts orders. I'm worried about this, sir. The Admiral's smart, and we're trusting this to crazies and monsters. The plan couldn't be simpler, and compared to who I've trusted in the past, this is a vast improvement. Now come here. Now here they come. Remember your part. Really, Garnak, subduing this creature must have taken some intelligence. Why this nonsense now? I shot him full of holes, Admiral, but I couldn't kill him for the charges expended on the rifle. Thought it best to execute him out here before he wrecked up the place again, you see. Yes, well, whatever, take care not to hit the thing in his chest. Can we, Cotter? And he transforms and takes the big bulk with him. What is that idiot doing? He's driving straight towards our ship. He must be brain-fried or blind. Ugh. On your feet, Cotter. He's inside the ship. We have him totally... What was that noise? Trapped. Oh, it's the music that brings the beast. Wheelie, did it work? Did that creature take care of him? Even big ones hurt by their guns. It's true, sir. With those weapons, they'll probably be able to take that thing down before it gets the best of them. Well, then we don't have a lot of time. You sure this ship is space-worthy? Well, the Admiral seemed to think so. He worked on it for years, and he's a right genius, so... Okay, so that's a maybe. Well, I need you down in engineering if anything goes wrong. Wheelie, I need you to listen very carefully. When I turn these dials, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I might get knocked out. I might even die. But I need you to make sure this ship gets off the ground and out of here so we can make it back. Leave this place, nothing in space. No, the rest of the Autobots are out there, Wheelie. We have to get back, home to everyone. I'm going to get you home. I can't believe I'm saying this, but once we're on course, you'll know how to disconnect me and revive me, right? Right? Well, here goes nothing. Boom! Spaceship go boom. Away for a while, but home with a smile. Ah, sir, good trip. Good to see you're up and around. Jangle Man's been nice enough, you know, but not so easy to talk with as I'd like. It's been awkward, you see. Where's what? Ah, the Jangle Man patched you up. Was really something to see, actually. But the Matrix, how am I alive? We needed it to power the ship, and he figured that it'd fix you up enough, and you'd come around on your own. He figured. He was right. Wasn't he? And look at, you're walking up just in time for our landing. Waking up just in time for our landing. We're landing already? How long was I out? Time poses a problem, sir. You see, I'm guessing the sun orbits LV-118 differently than it does our own, so days or hours or years is years. Well, just by way of example, sir. Look, whatever, I'll just ask our new captain. Wheelie, how long have I been laying back there? Thought it best to let you rest. Right, while you perform your nutty surgeries on me, well, that's very nice, but wait, where are we? We've come back to where we're from. Oh shit, they're on Cybertron. No, Wheelie, this is why I said to wake me up right away. Confused by tone, I brought us home. No, I know I said home, but I meant, look, things have changed since you've been gone. We need to turn around. Cybertron's not home anymore. Can't just turn around, sir. We've landed. Well, okay, take off again. We need to get out of here. We can't stay on this planet. Gone so long. Need a Wheelie. Stop. Listen, I'm sorry, but there's nobody here anymore. The planet has been deserted and is full of monsters. Bad monsters. The kinds of monsters that songs and your slingshot aren't going to scare away. Why isn't this working? The engines aren't engaging. We aren't getting any power, sir. I think this bauble is spent. What? That's not... This thing, it can't just be drained by a jaunt across a spiral arm, I mean. This stupid... Oh, it's charging up again. Sir, perhaps you don't want to be crushing that and cursing that thing. Things outside, should we hide? Things? Oh no, we need to power down right now, all the way down. But sir, you were just... I know what I said, but we need to get all these lights out now. You guys seriously have to stop arguing with me and... BANG! Oh, shit. Garnak, what weapons do we have on board? Well, you see, we did have a few rifles, but Cotter and the Admiral took them with them when we lured them away, you see. Bang! Of course. Clang! Just grab whatever you can find. They're coming in. Oh, shit. Any Decepticons, bang! Any Decepticons on this ship better surrender now. I had a terrible day and I ain't in the mood. Ah, Ironhide, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank Primus it's you, kid. I thought for sure it must have been some second wave coming in right on our doorstep, and I doubt we'd have survived that. Sunstreaker. Rodimus, what are you doing here? How did you get here? Is this ship actually operational, Streaker? Can you believe this? We hit the jackpot. I'm dead. Of course, it all makes sense. I pulled the Matrix out of my chest and I died, and here I am in whatever comes after, haunted by bots who died stupidly just like me. I can't believe it ended like this. You ain't dead, kid, and a nice overview of the weapons system on this crate could help us stay that way. I'm not? Wait, did you say Matrix? Planet not burned, friends returned. Is that Wheelie? Is that an Insecticon? Oh yeah, this is Bob. You call him Bob? Hey there, Scout. Can you tell me about the weapons on this ship? My slingshot is all I got, says Wheelie. Cute. I'm talking sort of about onboard weapons, like ones that would actually be built into the ship and not, hanging from your weird belt because, alright, ye monsters, have at ye. Hey, kid, you know this guy? I think a whole lot of explaining is in order. The ogre just shot Ironhide, and Ironhide's trying not to be pissed. But first things first, Ironhide. I can't tell you how sorry I am and how happy I am to see you alive. And I know I can never make it up to you. Kid, it's fine. It takes more than your pal's pea shooter to ding me. No, I mean... I guess I'll see you outside. Wheelie, will you be okay to show him around? Old friends I find, I don't mind. Great. Why does this guy talk like Etrigan from fucking DC Comics? Alpha Trion, who would believe it? He's actually real. I asked to stay here because I have a lot to atone for, You know that as well as anybody. We all have a lot to atone for, Streaker. It makes you think, me, Ironhide, you, even lost little Wheelie. All of us were dead or lost forever in some way. Makes you wonder why us. Why are we all together like this? Why do we deserve it? I ask myself that question every day. Every cloud has its season. We're all around for a reason. What in the hell happened to him? I have no idea, he says. What's the story there? In the swarm travel swarms, you find a nomad like this one, and they're surprisingly easy to train. He helps us sniff out the rest of the brothers. Listen, fellas, I know it's nice catching up and all, but we need to figure out how to get this bird to fly. I don't understand, Ironhide. If the swarm is no longer a problem, and the atmosphere is fixed, can't we rest for a cycle? It feels like I've been running from or towards something forever. And there's a big ding in the background, like something's coming towards them. And it zaps them. Ah! Oh no, they found us. I think that's just a scout. We need to stop him before he gets back to report. Rodimus, go. Before he reports to who? Who is that? Who cares? Ironhide's too slow and I'm crippled. You have to go now. Wheelie. Wheelie's riding on top of him. And Wheelie fires an Energon slingshot, which is actually super effective against a fighter jet. How does he fucking sling it all the way up in the air like that? Come on, comic books, get real. I mean, fucking robots in the skies and now slingshots taking out planes. And just so you know, I'm not lying. Here's the setup. There's the pitch. There's the fucking home run. Boom. Anyway. Wheelie, do you have those binocular things? Brought these from your home. Build your own. Just give them to me. Oh, wow, they didn't take out the swarm at all. There's still hundreds of them. Wait, those aren't Insecticons. Those are guys with beards. I forget what their names are called. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is that Megatron, and does he see them? That's Megatron in the new armor. Oh, no, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of here now. There's a whole army on the other side of the plains. Yeah, we know, and I think they saw me and Wheelie. What? Well, you guys didn't prepare me for what I was going to find. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have to take off. How? The Matrix isn't working as a power source anymore. It's been dormant since you got here. Do you understand how to work it? Well, no, but... Well, then we're in a lot of trouble here. Wait, what's that? He points to a cylinder. You understand that's for us to live off of, right? It gradually replenishes itself, but if you deplete it all at once in a huge burst... What does it matter, Streaker? You figure we're going to get much use out of it if we hang around here? Those guys don't look like the sharing type. Oh, shit. And they're coming down on the complex, all these Decepticons now. Please work. Ha! Thank you, Alpha Trion. Punch it! Great job, kid. I was worried I was going to rust on that planet. Where are we headed? Where do you think? We're going to get reinforcements. Nice. Space Opera, Act 2, Out of the Silent Planet. Oh, man, this is crazy. So wait, what does this originally collect? Is this a 4-issue series? This is first printing. They got lucky. Yeah, issues 19 to 23, so 19, 20, 21, 22. It's 5 issues. Phantasmic. Alright, well, you know what? I've got about 11 minutes left, so let's see how much I could read into this. Why are we protecting these things? They're huge, advanced extraterrestrial robots. They should be protecting us. Oh, I love it when they do the crossover with G.I. Joe. These Joes are complaining about their job. We're all protecting each other, man. They're stuck here with us, and we're all in trouble. Seems to me like the only one reason we are in trouble is because of them. You know, I signed up for this detail to fight these things. Now look at what we're doing. Does this make any sense to you? Listen, man, they're here, they're stuck, and they probably will be for a really long time. So if they're not going anywhere else, we might as well... Oh, shit. Big shadow goes over them. I'm sorry, Bumblebee. This is back at Autobot base. I'm sorry, Bumblebee. Ratchet says, we just don't have the ability yet to fabricate the parts you need for a full repair. You're going to have to take it easy on that leg until Wheeljack can figure out a replacement joint. It's fine. I can stand after 6 weeks. Do you know how good it feels just to be up off the table? Hey, looking good, B. So, he's got a giant cane. Bumblebee's got a giant cane. Ha, thanks. I lose my wheels and you get some of your own. I know, right? Race you around the inner ring. Bumblebee! You gotta get out here. It's Hot Rod. He's back from the dead. Back from the dead? That's ridiculous. Why would you think he's... Uh-oh. Excerpt from file 01000101 Vector Sigma Archive. It was said upon that day that unlooked for came Hot Rod, shining like a prime of older days, and glory went before him, and glittering at his chest shone the Matrix, fair almost beyond endurance, and power unimaginable. With him also were Sunstreaker, who had been named Betrayer, and Ironhide, who had fallen, and Wheelie, lost almost to the edge of memory. And the Autobots who had seen battles across innumerable stars, and who had beheld events on galactic scales, fell silent in wonder, for the confusion upon them was great. But even greater was their awe and the kindling of hope in a place where hope had guttered. What? What is it? Bumblebee, where's Optimus? What is going on here? So this is Earth, huh? Yeah. Kinda smells bad. Sure does. What? Wait, how are all of you here? Where did Optimus is through here, Hot Rod? And Bumblebee was brushed aside as one once forgotten, and he perceived that his leadership, ever precarious, was strung upon its final fraying thread. For the Autobots had too long now been scattered clan, confounded in grief and unraveled, oh my God, and unavailed by choices made in desperation. And Bumblebee wished only for redress for those who had led down errant paths, but his heart did not forebode it, though not jealousy did he grieve. Even Optimus Prime himself could not contend for leadership with one who held the Matrix. Nor would he wish to, for Optimus was ensnared in the same ancient doom as the Primes before him, and it was both the source and the perilous cost of his wisdom to abide rules wrought by fathomless hands greater than his. But Hot Rod humbled himself before Optimus and made obeisance to be obedient, and laid no claim on the Matrix, but was only ever acting as a steward. Thus were his rough words to Bumblebee revealed, not as pride, but not as desire to see his task so near the end finally completed. Hot Rod spoke long and without pause, telling how he'd come to each of his lost friends and the peril that he faced, that even now still threatened their home, and Prime listened. Through a journey almost impossible and almost the very veils of death had Hot Rod returned, and the change in him was plain. And then Optimus pronounced his name, Rodimus, and ever was it so, and his former name was never heard again. For that was the name of the smaller figure, a short of patience and unmoved by counsel. And it was a great honor whose majesty settled on Rodimus's shoulders nearly as handsomely as the Matrix itself, though this was more deserved, and he wore it more proudly. So he gives Optimus the Matrix. Optimus is now the leader once again. And the Autobots were struck with wonder and delight with the return of so many they thought they lost, and strangers newly met, the Trolls. And although old wounds had not fully closed, Decepticons, the urge to forgive overcame all suspicion, and in that brief hour at least we were all one. And then Optimus Prime approached, and he spoke. Rodimus has come from Cybertron. He has found the planet is habitable again. The atmosphere has been processed, and the swarm eliminated. And he has also found that Galvatron is there, and Galvatron is raising an army. Why does it have an asterisk near it? Where's the asterisk thingy? Usually when there's an asterisk, they tell me what the fuck the asterisk talks about, but I guess they don't here. Fuck it, whatever. For what purpose, we don't know, but he's been assembling it for the past few months, slowly capturing more of the planet. He has overrun nearly all of it now. I refuse to have our home restored only to be host to his lunatic and his army. I'm going to stop him. Any Autobot who wishes to join me is welcome. How will we get there? We'll take what energon we can ration from Skywatch's coffers, and we'll use the remaining charge in Rodimus's battery. Omega Supreme has agreed to separate himself to carry us there, and have his base remain here on Earth. With both the Matrix and Megatron in our custody, we've never been a more appealing target for Decepticon attack. Getting both of them off-world would be the wisest choice regardless. God, Optimus is so cool. I also recently sold the Optimus Prime graphic novel, which I plan on doing in another video if I could if I could read it before then. That is all about Optimus Prime before he was the leader of the Autobots, and how he was a head cop for the Autocracy, which was basically the rulers before Megatron took over. Megatron and Optimus fought together, not against each other, but with each other to fight these fuckers. So yeah, it looks like I got about 3 minutes left. Let's make the most of these next 2 pages. There's no way to know how dangerous this mission will be. The only intelligence we have is that an incredibly dangerous adversary is in command of a large hostile force. We don't know their positions, their weaknesses, or what their defenses are. Until we do, we will be incredibly vulnerable. And even after we've assessed their strength, this could well be a suicide mission. But regardless of the odds, Cybertron is home, and I know many of you have been looking for something tangible to fight for, some goal. I believe in our mission on this planet, but our planet is worth fighting for too. For myself, it's worth dying for. Volunteers assemble in the main fuselage in 4 hours. As soon as he began to speak, it had been decided. All of them volunteered. All save one. You didn't even bother consulting me. I would have done this with or without your consent, and a threat like that is amassing. And if it's using our homeworld as a staging ground, I can't ignore that. Bumblebee's upset because he was technically the leader, and now Optimus is doing this. I never had a chance, did I? You're not being usurped. The Matrix is a large responsibility, but also an opportunity. I haven't seen the Autobots filled with purpose like this in years. Fate is drawing us out into space whether you intended for us to stay or not. But I'm no longer the leader, and I'm free to follow fate. You are still bound by your duty. You have to make the choice you think is best for all of us. Bumblebee says, that sort of puts me in a weird position, Prime, since everyone is already following you. Prime, I've got what you need. There's something else I need to tell you. And when Bumblebee had heard all of what Optimus had to tell him, he was for a time very still, and he felt a great distress that so much had been hidden for so long by those to whom he had given his allegiance and trust, and he felt wounded and confused. And then a great wrath rose in him like a choking fume and took a shape, rough-hewn, strange yet increasingly familiar these last months. The shape was duty, and it was welcome to behold. And he knew exactly what he had to do. Tell Magnus he's staying here with me, and I'm going to need a few others as well. I gotta tell you, kid, it's a little weird the way they watch me and don't say anything. I told them to stay away. I didn't think you'd want to be mobbed and then asked the same question a dozen times. The Ratchet is definitely going to want to get a look at you once you get underway. And you ain't got any questions about me being back from the dead? Prime says you're you. That's good enough for me. Well, I got a question for you, kid. Why are you still even on this rock? From what I heard, you should have left a long time ago. Prime wanted to stay, but why? Also, I thought you were the leader. However that happened. To be totally honest, I'm not sure who the leader is supposed to be anymore, says Bumblebee. Things sure have gotten screwy around here. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to try and fix. And on that note, I'm peacing out. Seeing you later. Next video. Adios.